Tanner,
How's it going?
welcome to mi casa.
I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, do you notice what I put up on the podcast?
Yeah, I see the tuned up.
Tooned Up with Tanner.
Tuned up with Tanner. I guess if it rhymes, if it ships, it fits. Some people say.
Absolutely. I was racking through my brain, but I was like, you know what? Just something about it. And I was gonna obviously do tuned with a U. Tuned up, but then I was like, it's even funny. Like, let's get a little character. Let's have some fun.
Right, let's do it.
All right, cool. So today we're gonna go over a liquor review. Tanner brought his choice of what we're gonna drink today. We're gonna go over the Johnny Depp situation. We're gonna go over his first experience on the Oculus. We're gonna go over some fucking crypto, some NFT shit. Yes. We're gonna go over a little bit of NFL as per usual. I want to personally talk about something I'm interested in, and it's the full send process, the podcast, the brand, everything there. I want to go over a review of some new golf clubs you bought. We'll talk about that, and then we're gonna go over kind of a funny situation. So take the floor, say a little something, Tanner. Welcome the crowd.
Well, hey, my name is Tanner Spencer. Glad to be here. I'm on Josh's podcast today, and I'm more excited about getting with this the drink test because I don't know if he's tried it yet, but I got a Crown Apple and a Cran Apple little drink here, and I figured they might go together very well. So we'll see how it goes. That's about my thoughts.
Cool. Pour us up one.
I'll get you. What do you want? Double or single?
Let's start off with a double. I mean, that's
might as well start strong.
Who wouldn't? It's Crown Apple.
Exactly. We could even do a triple here.
Oh yeah, and then so as he's pouring them up. Oh, you're counting them out, huh?
We'll just do that right there, up to that Tanner signal.
That's there we go.
A little strong.
That's all right. How's the day been?
Oh, the day's been pretty good. Honestly, the past 2 weeks have been super windy here in Nebraska. It's honestly unbearable. You can't go out. I mean, me and Josh, we both love to golf, and a lot of the time you'd be able to get out there and go golf. But the past 2 weeks, it's been 26-mile-an-hour wind every day. Mm-hmm. Can't do nothing about it. So, honestly, today it's been, we're just going to have to chill inside and make the most of it. So here we are.
Amen.
Trying some drinks out here on the podcast. Do a little finger stir.
Yeah, I got to do a pinky stir myself.
You do the finger stir? Yeah. Okay, I just dip in with I just dive into it.
Right, well, I don't care. Sometimes you don't know what's on my two fingers, so I got to use the pinky. That pinky doesn't go into anything. I don't wipe my butt with my pinky.
It's either one of these two. These two are always a little dirty.
Iffy,
what's going on?
So that's why you do, even your thumb's pretty sketchy sometimes, Hey, cheers.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers. All right.
First reaction before you even say nothing?
I'm surprised that it's not tardy. I'm glad. It's smooth.
It's
smoother than I thought. I thought it was going to overload me just because hearing apple cranberry sometimes like that.
I think it is a little sour though.
A little sour. Let me go again.
I think it is just a little sour. I got a little sour.
I think
it's good though. It's very good.
Fucking delicious.
I'd say 7 out of 10 for the Crown Royal Apple and the Cran Apple.
I was gonna say 7.5, just because
respectable.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't downplay Crown Apple ever. So if you're only if you're disrespecting it, then you go lower than 7.5.
Yeah, exactly. If anything, if the lower rating, you're honestly giving the lower rating to the Chaser, not the Crown Apple itself.
Yep. Yeah, that's out of all the TikTok videos. It's usually those. You see it. Does your FYP have people that somebody wanted me to try these two for alcohols, and it says it's fire.
Right. See, I noticed on my FYP, if I like that stuff, then for that whole week, I'll see a bunch of these, oh man, we're making mixed, it's all of these bartender videos.
Right.
But if I like a golf video, then for the next week, I see all these golf videos. And that's how I like it too. It's Absolutely. I understand. So it's exactly. It is
dangerously good.
Yep.
Yeah. It's the fact that they know you so well. Dude, there's a video that popped up on my FYP. The guy goes, do you just see videos when things that you thought in your head and you haven't even spoken them out yet, and then it comes out on TikTok I was like, oh my gosh.
Right, it's like the magic 8-ball moment.
Dude, when I bought not this hat, their hat was like, man, I wish they had this emblem on this hat. Oh, and it was
like an Instagram?
No, it was this popped up through my TikTok, and then it came up through TikTok or came through my TikTok and then went through Instagram. I was like, I better look into this one.
They got you for the 2-for-1 there.
It was the Chubbs hat with the alligator, the golf ball in there.
Oh,
Waggle.
okay, from Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, Waggle.
Yeah.
It was like new one. I was like, I was scrolling. I was like, purchase. But I shit you not, and through my mind, I was like, man, I wish they had more. I wish I had more apparel from Happy Gilmore. They have those cliche ones, but when I saw that, I'm like, sold. They just like I was thinking about that alligator, and it popped up in my TikTok. I'm like, this shit's wild. There's been a handful of experiences where it's kind of like that, but
how many times would you say that they got you on it?
That I've bought things through TikTok?
Yeah, that they got
25.
You. 25%?
No, 25 items.
25 items?
Oh yeah.
Oh shoot.
Dude, I bought so much shit off TikTok, or made shit off TikTok. Like when I bought the jigsaw, the heart jigsaw from Walmart, when the popular item was the massage gun.
Yeah. Oh,
you buy a heart
yep.
jigsaw, and then you drill a hole into a lacrosse ball, and you super glue the inside of it and tape around the rest, and it has twice the battery life, and it has a 2-year warranty, and it's fucking.
Wow. You're getting the maximum efficiency out of the thing.
Absolutely. Yep. Or where, I don't even want to go into. That's a different segment for.
Right, we could go deep into that.
That's fine. Let's hit on. Tell me what you know about the benefits of microdosing magic mushrooms.
Well, okay. We could go we could go multiple directions with this, actually. But I'll take it this way. Honestly, I think if a lot of people are taking mushrooms are taken way over the top. People think they're terrible for you, whatever. And at a certain dosage, they might be bad for you. But microdosing, it actually allows you to open up certain parts of maybe your brain or certain parts of the way you think. And you can go about life a little differently. The more you do it, the more you realize that, wow, you haven't actually, lived life to the fullest. Some might say, as in quotations, live life to the fullest. You just, you're happier, you respect things more, you're more understanding of things if you start microdosing. That's how I feel about it. It's like you unlock something in the back of your brain that just is like, okay, there's no filter anymore. It's just everything's cut and dry, and it's perfect. And I think more people should try it, honestly, in my opinion.
You've done mushrooms before?
Yeah.
We don't need to go into how many times or whatnot like that. That doesn't matter because the first time is the most
exactly the most experiential.
Allows you
experiential.
To open your mind for a lot of different things. When it comes to microdosing, for me, what I've noticed, taking a little bit at a time, put them in capsules once a day. You don't hallucinate. You don't get all crazy. You just are happier.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to...
The anxiety, the stress, depression that goes on regular day-to-day, for whatever reason, these little things, they just make you a little happier. It makes you just skip out on a couple of those moments. That's my kind of take on microdosing. It's recommended.
100%.
But legally, don't take my advice.
Yeah, legally, I'm not an advisor on anything. I got my own opinion, and that's how I feel.
Right, absolutely. So let's go on with kind of a current event topic. Something I thought completely opposite. Let's go on to Johnny Depp, dude.
Okay.
Wasn't Johnny Depp in this deposition supposed to be the bad guy, right?
Right. A lot of people. He was portrayed to be the bad guy. A lot of people thought he was the bad guy because I don't know if that was the media's job was to do that, but once you actually watch the deposition, you might find differently.
What have you seen?
Well, one deposition.
Have you been watching it?
Concurrently, off and on. But this actually goes way back. For some people, that all they've seen is the deposition, so that's all they know.
That's all I know.
Exactly. That's all you know.
I maybe heard something in the past.
I don't know if it was 6 months, maybe longer ago. I heard about this Johnny Depp thing about him getting beaten by his wife. And then I saw a video, I don't know if it was on Facebook, TikTok, or what social media it was, but you could see his wife flinching, like she was just moving to move her dress or something, and Johnny Depp flinched, like a natural reaction to you getting beaten. And that's that's the first moment to where I was like, okay, something's going on here. And then this is coming out.
Yeah. Dude, I tuned in, and I don't know why, but Yahoo News pops up on my FYP, and I I don't subscribe to them or I don't like follow them or anything. And it pops up and it's like, so I'll just sit there and watch it through. I don't even watch it on like TV. I watch it through TikTok. And I watch it and he's like, I had to go lock myself up in my bathroom. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
motherfucker, you have to go lock yourself up in your bathroom? It's like, yeah, she gets in these rages and I go close the bathroom and they had to, and the other part where they're like, they had to CGI my hand in Parks of the Caribbean because she broke my finger. And so,
right.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is going on here? I was like, I was ready to like not like this guy. I thought like
that's where a lot of people are.
Oh, he's a raper. He whooped his woman. He's a narcissist. He's a gaslighter. I was like, damn. But now after watching it, other than him dressing like a bouncer at a strip club, like the pimping, like his suits look like he's Other than that, I went in watching it thinking that it was an actor. Actor acting.
Right, like he was gonna play the part.
Yeah, but now I kind of feel bad for the guy.
Well, and honestly, you see though, so she was so abusive, I think, that she drove him to a state of mind where maybe I ain't even worth it. So when when he was on stand that one time, she played a video, or I can't remember if it was a video or an audio, and you could just see like he was down because that was like she was replaying his worst moments in his life. And it's like, wow, something was deeper than what's actually going on here. She was trying to
behind closed doors.
Exactly,
are different.
Exactly. It was you
just
knew
like
something was going on.
Just like here, I sometimes can't go in public because Paige just like whoops up on me.
Yeah, like you got an eye patch or something. And she's like,
I have makeup on right now. She's like, take out the garbage. Like, oh, sorry, babe, I didn't take out the garbage fast enough. Or better.
Right. You're trying to just play it off.
Right. So, yeah, that's kind of crazy. Let's talk about experience he had. I think you only took maybe a total of 6-7 swings, but what's your overall view of your first experience on the Oculus with the Topgolf app? What do you think about it?
Okay, so the Oculus with the Topgolf app is actually, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. The experience was great. Honestly, you put the club down, and if you went too deep, you could see like, oh, I'm in the grass now, and I might hit the ball fat or something. And you could see like if you lifted it too high, oh, I might hit the ball thin. So that was dope. I could tell like exactly where I needed to hit. The only problem was it might take a few weeks to get used to the remote you're holding because I didn't know what buttons I was pressing.
I bought that thing.
Like that was the first time I was using it. So
I should have gave you to be frank, I purchased an adapter off of Etsy. It's a 3D printed model, which I should have just printed off there and bought the little deal.
Right.
But you can take the Oculus handheld deals and you can slide up in there, and then you put your own golf club. You cut it off at 13 inches, your own golf club. So that was handmade or whatever. Right. So I grabbed one of my golf clubs and extended the actual Oculus. So it actually made it probably less of a experience for you, but the more you get play with it, it'll be better.
Right, like say you buy your own Oculus is what we're saying. You can form your club to the perfect height that you want it to make your experience perfect for you.
Correct.
That's what Josh is saying here.
Yeah, because you can calibrate it.
Right, exactly.
To where your height is, whatever else. Yeah. So, I mean, other than that, so you gave it what was the rating?
I'd give it probably a 7 out of 10. First time use too. It was only about a 30-minute go at it. So, I don't know. You give me a week, and I'd probably give it a 10 out of 10 just because I love golf.
The putting is the most difficult part of it, for sure.
110%.
Cool. All right, so it's a good transition from golf to another sport.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the NFL. Who would you say is your favorite NFL player, regardless of your favorite team?
Okay, so regardless,
and why?
This might be the most controversial statement ever because my favorite team is the Vikings. But for my favorite player, not being the fact that I like him the most, he's my favorite because he's the most entertaining right now. He's caught my eye is Aaron Rodgers. This is the most controversial statement because I'm a Vikings. Well, he didn't just catch my eye, but I've been watching him for a while. And I hate the Packers. It's tough to hate some greatness. It's tough to hate greatness. Right. And Aaron Rodgers is very good at what he does. The only problem is he can get the Packers to the playoffs, but he can't win a Super Bowl. And that's why he is my favorite player. Well, Dan Marino. Well, also my favorite player because I love to watch. I want to see him produce greatness. Like
Right.
Tom. Well, I guess you can't put him in the same category as Tom Brady. I should bite my tongue here before I talk.
We'll go back on to Aaron Rodgers, but here's a separate question. Do you think that anybody in any sport can go down as the greatest of all time and not win a championship of their sport?
That's tough.
Maybe they're greatest of all time at their position, greatest of all time, at their position or their sport. One of the two.
Right. So a lot of good players win championships, but a lot of good players don't win championships. That's just it's just how the dice roll. So when it comes to that,
of all time.
right? Exactly. So what I'm getting at is you get those greatest of all time players in conversation. You see what have they done? They won titles, but besides that, what do they do for the team? How many tackles do they make? How many sacks do they get? Or how many interceptions do they get? And you put that up, and it's maybe a guy wins a title, but he didn't have too many interceptions, or he just won the title because he was a part of the team. So I don't know if it necessarily goes into the greatest of all time conversation, but it's definitely...
if you were to say, who is the greatest of all time athlete that does not have a championship, who would be your number one? I mean, I'm trying to run through my head. I know Charles Barkley's up there.
Barkley.
I don't think Dan Marino won a...
Has Antonio Brown won a championship?
Yeah.
He won with the
Bucks.
With the Bucks, correct.
Yeah. Do you got to way back. Antonio Brown's not even best of his generation.
No, I'm just talking about athletes.
So.
I can't even speculate on that right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to give it all of them, but
I'm blanking out. I don't even know why.
That's right. We
just transition
participated in a current event that takes away that. Okay, next one. All right, here's one I'm kind of excited to talk about just because I've been a little giddy to watch it myself, the process, the Full Send podcast, the whole process, dude. The Steve will do it. That shit started popping up. I started watching. I was like, this motherfucker's gonna die.
Right.
He's gonna fuck. This guy's gonna. They're fucking crazy. They just went out on a whim, just fucking, kind of like Barstool did it, but in their own fucking realm, and they're fucking killing it.
The amount of alcohol that Steve will do it consumed concerned me. And then when he stepped, so he knew the moment. If you were a Full Send follower, Steve will do it always. He would do a Buddha alcohol, or he would do double Coronas or whatever. And then after about 7 months to a year, you saw less of the drinking. You knew it took a toll on him. But that got the followers.
Oh, absolutely. Now they're fucking best friends of Dana White. They're
exactly.
Fucking dude. They had fucking Donald Trump. Out of anybody else that could bring him in on something, the millions of views, how things are getting silenced. We're not going in too far into that, but the Full Send, I shit you right now. I won't shit you right now. I've been watching on OpenSea their Metacard, the Full Send Metacard. Have you been paying attention to that?
Is that the NFT?
Yeah, they opened up 10,000 Metacards that allows you to access to whatever private events they have or things that are gonna have in the future. But there's only 10,000 released, and I think people bought it for $700 a piece. They're going for $2,500 US dollars, but you have to buy ETH. Oh, so I literally the other day I was trying to do it on my phone. I couldn't. I had to wait till I got home, try to buy it. I was like, shit. If I don't tell my wife I'm spending $2,500 right now, plus the mortgage just got paid. I was like, there's about $6,000 about to be coming out of our bank account.
Right, but what a lot of people don't realize is, if you spend the money, you get out there and you network. It's just all about who you know, right?
Dude.
You get out there and you get to those parties and you're talking to the Full Send people, and you just imagine the people who go there. You can.
Did you watch the Snoop Dogg? Did you watch the Snoop Dogg interview?
I watched. When they put it on YouTube, they put. I watched segments of some of their stuff. I didn't watch the full. Yeah, I didn't watch the full Snoop Dogg.
Bob Menery or whatever his name is.
Bob Menery.
Dude.
Menery. Yep.
Bob Menery.
Yeah.
How the fuck does that guy even? I don't think anybody even likes him on there.
No, well, he
looks like he weasels away in the position because they make fun of him every fucking week.
The way that I take Bob Menery is you got to know him to respect him. Because if you don't know him, he's gonna come across as an asshole or something.
Dude, Snoop Dogg, he was saying some weird shit, and they were making fun of him. And Snoop Dogg was like, "Nah, man, I fucking respect you." And he was like, "Dude, fine, thank you." He's like, "I don't smoke weed very often. I'm high as shit. Leave me alone."
Right?
He'll go, do you think that our souls go to heaven? And they're like, dude, shut the fuck up. Don't ask Snoop that. And Snoop's like, nah, that's actually a really good fucking question, man. I'm glad you asked that. I think about this every day. No.
Right, and you could put Bob Menery in that voice, and I think he was the B-Dubs announcer for a while.
Is that the guy that makes all those like funny jokes? And then he was the random.
Exactly, I think he goes 999 for the 10-pound wings on Tuesdays or something like that. Bob Menery made B-Dubs commercials for quite a while.
Dude, and he apparently
that's how he
really
found himself into Full Send. They saw him do the B-Dubs. He was the B-Dubs voice for a while, and then Full Send found him off of that. I think.
Yeah, he was saying that already. He when it comes to business deals. He made it sound like he's the creepy guy that goes and slides into DMs. He was like, nah. So he's asking Snoop right before Snoop was ready to go. He's like, hey Snoop, if I get you this dog, this drug sniffing dog, I'll go 50-50 on you. And he's like, all right, cool, man. Yeah, I got this. And he's like, all right, cool. I'm gonna deliver this dog to your house and it's gonna be for free, but I need 15 minutes of your time. And Snoop's like, all right, that's cool, man. I was like, he just snuck in.
He just undermined his way. He just kind of dove in.
And the other guy's like, dude, come on. Like, he knows he's doing his own business, right. Whatever. So he's going to go. Well, he was talking about Snoop Dogg. What do you call it? When you share somebody else's video, it's reshare, repost.
Oh, yeah, like a retweet or
it was on Insta. Like it was on Insta. What do you call it on Insta?
Oh, I don't use Insta that much.
Reshare. I don't know.
Yeah, it might be a reshare or a repost.
He's like, I was at this party in Florida and Snoop replayed or reshared my video. And he was showing to all these girls. He's like, I fucked so many bitches that week. He's like, I had 3 girls like sucking my dick in the bathroom. That's it. Like, oh, check this out, Snoop. And I was like, what the fuck? And Snoop's like, yeah, man, it's cool. Let's do 15 minutes.
Right, Snoop's all down with it now. He saw the chick going.
Snoop's all about his business, bro.
Exactly.
Snoop's all about his business.
And that's what you see about a lot of people, though, is like Drake. If you see if you see an upcoming artist, you know, you notice this a lot about the top players is if you see an upcoming artist, they're always the first to hop on, like, you know, they want to get on like a song with them, like with Jack Harlow, Drake was there, or with like other upcoming artists, Drake has always been there, like, yo, like I'm ready to get you on a song. And that just that puts in perspective how Drake is with how great he is, because he recognizes greatness. Yeah. And he's ready to put them with bring them to the top with him.
Right.
Exactly.
Did you see Mike Tyson was just on Joe Rogan? Did you watch that?
I didn't see that one.
It's so funny though. Like, dude, Mike Tyson knows so much shit about animals. It's wild. Not even gonna go to that. But did you see that Mike Tyson got in trouble because he was on a flight and he beat up a dude because this dude was like overly like, yo, Mike Tyson, he's like, leave me the fuck alone. And he beat the fuck out of this dude. Did you see that?
No, I didn't, but it's believable because I bet Mike Tyson would beat up a guy if he was just in his spot or just like looked at him wrong, you know?
I saw a TikTok, a guy that like showed part of the video and his what he's doing. He's like, I'm U.S. Marshal. He's like, U.S. Marshal, and he sees Mike Tyson beating somebody up. He's like, looking off, like, oh, I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
I would too. Are you kidding me?
I'll get some peanuts, please.
Yeah,
it's just like, he's not even paying attention.
Dude, Mike Tyson still is a fucking beast.
Yeah, I saw. So Mike Tyson and Dana White were on a flight, I saw. And Dana White was sitting in a spot. And Mike Tyson came up and he's like, you're in my spot, motherfucker. Dude. And Dana White, like, Dana White's a big guy. You know, he's huge. And
not even he doesn't fuck with, he wouldn't fuck with Tyson.
Exactly.
The look on his face, though, it looked genuine. I think Tyson was fucking with him.
You could take it both ways because you could think either he was fucking with him or
fired out, dude.
It kind of like part of me thought like because of Dana White's reaction,
right? It
was like, oh, was he serious? Because I ain't seen Dana White like that to anybody. You know, Dana White's a big motherfucker. He's not scared of nothing.
Nah,
well, except for Mike Tyson apparently.
I think Dana White's still just a little bit smaller than me. I don't know how big is he. You know, is it height and?
I don't know how. Let's look at here. I'll look it up here on Google real quick. You know, Google knows everything.
All right, and then here's another segment. As you look it up, I'm just gonna bring up a situation that we can talk about afterwards. So we were sitting there talking
Dana White.
Hold on. Sorry. Go ahead with Dana White real quick.
Oh, Dana White is actually just 5'11". So what? How tall are you?
5'10" and a half.
5'10". So you guys are about
a little because I'm 46 now.
You guys are molded the same. We'll say.
I'm not 46. I'm 36. But
we'll say you and Dana White are about
we're
the
both
same build.
Stocky,
same build.
Ball. Yeah, for sure.
100%.
Very, very close. So last little tidbit, we got to talking about earlier about how DUIs are like it used to be. DUIs are shitty for everybody, but it got me thinking as we were partaking in a little herbal remedies.
Here's
the thing that I don't know why I thought it was funny, but picture this: you get DUI, you're not fucked up. You're not like if you're really fucked up, you're going to jail, right? But if you're a little tuned up, it's like shit. All right, how can you combat this? Little tuned up.
A little tuned up.
Which I probably need a little.
Cheers to cheers to that. A little tuned up.
Yeah, tuned up. So if you're a little tuned up, you get pulled over. Here was my funny response. I've never thought about this before, but we were sitting there talking about like athletes and whatnot, and I said, how about this? You get pulled over. Cop says, "You a little drunk?" I said, "Yes." All right. Well, how drunk are you? He's like, "I had a couple beers." All right. Well, what do you mean a couple beers? You seem fine. Step out of the car, sir. All right. Go grab your basketball. All right. We're gonna play a game to 21. If you can beat me in 21, then you're free to go. If not, you're going to jail. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm not that drunk. And then you roll him.
Right. Like
21. Like I just picture like in slow mo. Fade away, still drunk as fuck. Like, blur. All right, cop, we'll see you later. Appreciate it. Like, fuck. And so the cop now, the fucking police force now only recruits based off your basketball skills.
Right, like how fun. That just brings me back to my childhood. Like, how funny would it be if it was based on like you bring yourself back to a SpongeBob episode when he goes and he's trying to get into the salty splatoon. He's like, "How tough am I? How tough am I? You got a bottle of ketchup or something like that," and he just can't open the ketchup or something like that, and that's what it reminds me. Like, oh, I can get it or something like that.
You bring up SpongeBob. I'm telling you, you can call my mom right now. I used to wake up 15 minutes earlier. We lived like 2 minutes away from my high school. I used to wake up 15 minutes earlier, so I just eat a bowl of cereal every morning, or some Texas Toast, peanut butter and jelly.
What cereal? People want to know.
Oh man, my favorite show ever. Or
I guess well, if we're gonna be on that topic, then I guess favorite cereal ever. What's the favorite cereal?
My favorite cereal that's ever existed is called Wheaties Fuel. It existed for like 2 years. I don't know why it's around. I don't know what the fuck they put it in, but the shit was like cereal and crack put together.
Right.
It claimed on the box. It said it had X amount of B6, B12, like blah blah blah. I'm like. But it tasted so good. It was like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but you can tell it was like protein, like high protein. I'd eat that shit, and I feel like I could accomplish the world, dude.
Like you're right, like Rocky running up.
I was like, you don't want to go work out right now? I just ate cereal. What the fuck are you doing? That's how I felt. And I shit you not. I looked through eBay. You can't even find that. They must have put some illegal shit in there.
Right, I guess if it's not made anymore.
Dude, it was so fucking good. You asked my dad about it. Like I made him buy. Going down to Alabama, I asked him, he's like, all right, well, what do you guys eat for breakfast? I go, well, right now I'm eating Wheaties Fuel. And so he bought a box, and you can't find it anywhere. But for normal, before we talking about breakfast again?
You were talking about, someone brought up your favorite cereal. I can't remember. We just got into the topic of favorite cereals, though, and I would say my favorite cereal would probably Captain Crunch, to be honest with you. Go to always... Or Apple Jacks. It's a 50-50, honestly. Captain Crunch or Apple Jacks. That's where I'm at here. Apple Jacks are fire.
Yeah.
Big apple guy. Apple pie at a Thanksgiving. A lot of people are like, pumpkin pie is huge. Yeah, I'm an apple pie guy.
Yeah, you watched American Pie, didn't you?
Yeah, maybe a few too many times.
Yeah. We're at 30 minutes.
Keep going.
Yeah.
We got a lot of topics to talk about.
Yeah. Let's talk about. Now, you pick a something. What do you want to try down there?
The golf clubs,
Oh, yeah. Where did that come from?
So.
Okay, from here, we're going to talk about. Tanner's bought some new golf clubs. Let's see.
So
his review on
so I could say I've been a player for 8 years. I started out as a bag boy at a club back in my hometown, and I bought a used set, I should say, and I played for about half a year to a year as I was working at this course, and there were some lost and found clubs that I tried out, threw them in my bag, and I quit the course, and what was left in my bag, unfortunately, was the lost and found clubs. So for about 7 years, I refused to buy clubs because shit, it's so expensive, to buy a new set of clubs, especially if you're not pursuing playing or being adamant about playing a lot. And recently, gambling is a new topic we could talk about. Gambling is a new topic we could talk about here, but
NBA? I'm just gonna throw
I gamble. First quarter NBA is what I gamble because it's super predictable.
Okay.
But that's a rabbit hole we could go into. But so I was playing the slots and I hit an $1,800 hit one day.
On a slot? You play the slots?
I did play the slots on it.
How long were you there?
I got a bookie, so it was online. I got a bookie. It was an online slot. It was called Dino Gangsters. And what I will tell you is me and my father, we were standing on the porch, and I was betting for $1.50, I think. And I bet like 2 or 3 times. And I hit a free play, and I won like $50. I'm like, yo, Dad, look at this. And he's like, what are you betting here? And I go, oh, $1.50. And he goes, let's up that a little bit. I'm like, what do you want? We got $1.50 goes up to $5, and then we got $7.50 of that and 15. He goes, let's try the 15. I looked at him and I go, well, you're fucking crazy. But it was my dad, so I did it. I did 3 spins, and I shit you not, I won $600 in 3 spins.
On your phone?
On my phone. Me and my dad are standing here. 15 seconds. I just won $600. And I'm like, right now I'm if you were right, I was punching my dad in his arm. Yeah. And he didn't even move muscle. He's like, all right.
What time of day is this?
We were just standing outside on the porch. He was about to grill steak. So for dinner, it was in the evening. It was about 4:30. We were just standing out there. And then I won $600 after the 3 spins. And he's like, "Well, let's keep going. You can afford to lose about $100." So I spun a couple more times, and I hit the free play on the slot, and I didn't win anything until about 4 spins. So I'm now down about $120 or something. The free play won me $1,000.
What?
So. Before that,
and you've cashed out some of this money?
I did. Right after that, I did cash out because a pretext would have been I won another 1,000 about a month before that, and I was like, okay, I'm up 1,000. Let's go. Let's play. And I lost that 1,000 within a couple minutes.
What are you playing, blackjack?
No, just slots.
Slots?
$30 spins. The slots will drain quick. Let you know this $30 spins. Yeah. It'll drain you quick.
Every 20 seconds?
So ever since I lost that 1,000, I've been telling myself, if I ever win that much money again, I'll buy clubs. And here we are again. I won that money, so I bought T300s was the set I bought. After using...
Explain what that means.
Okay, so after using a used set for a while, I decided to buy a Titleist T300. It's a set. You can buy T300, T200, or T100. A lot of players on, some players, I think even JT might even, or Jordan Spieth, or both of them, might play the T200s for their low irons, like the 3 and the 4, just because they're more forgiving. You know, them pros, they play blades on them 9s, 8s, 7s, because they're good. The blades have more accuracy. The miss is bad, but they don't have a miss, their accuracy is crazy. I play the T300s because I'm just an average player, and the T300s, they're cavity back. So they give you the best performance. If you, I think Titleist is the best at, if I miss a club right now, I just miss my distance. I'm not missing right or left. And I think a lot of other clubs, if you miss, you're missing right or you're missing left. I think Titleist does a great job at your only miss is a shorter distance rather than off your plane. That's what I like. So I could up a club now that I know that my miss is...
Are you hitting your irons Because when I bought my new set of irons, I was hitting every club on my true swing without having to like kill it. I was getting about 20 to 25 yards per club just by upgrading. How do you feel about that?
100%. So my old irons, it was weird. I had a JPX 6 iron. I had a Ping 7 iron. My 9 iron was an off-brand burner. It was
your 9 iron just went like 170 yards.
It was crazy. So the problem was when I played with the used set, I couldn't have the consistency because every club was a different brand. Right. So I wasn't used to it. But now moving to the Titleist, it's tough because I believe they're juiced up. My pitching wedge is a 43 degree.
It's heavier from your used brand for sure.
So my pitching wedge is a 43 degree, and it's tough to swallow that a pitching wedge goes 140 yards.
Well, because thinking about because you're kind of an architectural kind of mind. You're like 43 degrees in your mind. Once you hit 43 degrees, you're like. Pfft.
Well, and I watch. I'm very hands-on or meticulous. You know, like if I watch something and I see it, I'm like, okay, I'll put it into play. But you see a lot of guys and they hit pitching wedge, and you read a lot of brands on what the degree is, and it's like 46 to 48. And my old pitching wedge, I believe, was a Rocket Balls pitching wedge. Like we're talking back in 2016. 2015, it was Rocket Balls TaylorMade. Back when TaylorMade made Rocket Balls clubs, and that thing was the sweetest thing I ever got off the Lost and Found.
Did your dad play?
My dad played a lot because we won't dive into that, but yeah, my dad did play.
He did play, but he doesn't right now.
He plays once a year alumni golf.
Okay,
my grandpa
at you. Or my dad only plays once a year with me.
Right, so my grandpa was the high school coach of golf back at our hometown, so.
Didn't know that.
Generally, my dad would follow in his footsteps, and my dad just took on golf, and now he plays just alumni golf here and there.
Is he getting old? Okay, so you were telling me about Elks Club versus what's the other club in Columbus? The Elks.
Elks versus the Quail. So that's a big debacle.
What does he play for? Elks.
My grandpa would take Quail just because back in the day Quail was just a nicer course, but if you were to take my advice, I'd say if you were ever in Columbus, Nebraska, and you were looking for the best experience, go to Elks.
Elks?
They really... Eric Bice is the maintenance guy out there.
Is that the one that's east of Central Community College or west side of it?
So it's just north of Columbus, just north of the airport. Or not the airport, just north of the hospital, sorry.
Yeah, so...
Just north of the hospital, up the hill.
There's Central Community College. It's on the west side of Central Community College.
It'd be on the west side of Central Community College, correct.
Yeah.
I describe it. See, my parents lived just...
I only golfed there once. That was for John's bachelor. Well, not John's
That's where we golfed, correct, yeah. And since that was, a year ago? A year and a half ago? 2 years ago?
It might even be fucking 3 this way.
I think it was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And that's, since then... Mike McCannon would be the pro out there, and him and Eric Bice, the maintenance guy out there, they got a lot of things together, and they pulled it up to be if you go out there now, it's a really nice course, very nice. I think it would take Quail if you were asking me on my opinion. I think Elks is nicer than Quail.
Yeah, I think the next podcast we're gonna do together, we're gonna do strictly golf. I have some ideas, including opening up a 4-bay, 3-bay golf bar in Columbus.
Yeah, you guys should be super excited about this idea.
I also have another idea I want to share about drones and golf courses as another side gig. I'll tell you after this, but we'll talk about it on a podcast. I think we should do another all golf because I think there's some plenty of ideas, including this fucking game I think it fell down over there. You want to grab that? The golf cards?
Well,
I think it fell down.
Where?
I think it fell down on the ground.
What am I looking for? Oh, yeah, the golf cards.
Yeah, so another thing we'll review.
Before I give a pretext to this is, COVID. Thank God to COVID, honestly, because golf grew after COVID. I could tell you pre-COVID, I could make a tee time the day I wanted to play. Like, if I woke up at 8, I could make a tee time, play at 12.
Yeah.
Now, after COVID, if I wanted to play... I got to make it 3 days in advance. It's crazy. Everyone wants to play.
Absolutely. And
so shout out.
You can't even book it 4 days in advance.
Exactly. But you got to respect it because you got to love people playing the sport,
Amen. All right, I think that's what we're gonna do next time. We're gonna talk bag cards. We're gonna talk golf, and we'll leave that to episode 2 on Tuned Up with Tanner.
Yep, here we go.
Thanks for listening. If you're listening, please, if you do, smash a follow, smash a like. I mean, give a comment, but at least give us a like. Yeah,
you guys know the algorithm. Hit that like button.
Hit
That like button.
Later.